friends of person asked me months ago if I would show how I play Sultans of Swing and kind of just run over it. I did a video about how I got a Sultans of Swing tone on a Vox amp, and so I played it there, and I played it wrong, I played it badly, and I still don't play it right. So I don't know. I'm sort of hesitant to do this video. It's a very close approximation, I guess. A little bit of history, and I'll move on into how to play it. But this song, I think, came out in 1979. It was when I was first starting to play guitar, and at that point I just played acoustic guitar. And this was the song that sort of inspired me to start trying to play lead guitar. And it's funny, so I'm like 16 or something at the time, 15, and nobody wanted to play this where I grew up. They were all playing like AC/DC and Led Zeppelin and Leonard Skinner, Molly Hatchet, and it was like big Southern rock type thing then. But I just really was turned on by this whole Spanish type sound that Mark Knopfler was getting, Dire Straits. And so this sort of became my mission to learn this song. And back then, you know, you had to have a record and you picked the needle up and down. So, and it was hard to really listen very closely and hear all the notes. And so tonight I have I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get copyright strike, but I've got the actual version of the Sultans of Swing on here, so I can listen to it, start and stop it over again electronically. And I'm realizing how differently he really played it than what I play. So I'm going to show you what I've played, because people have asked about it, and then I'm actually going to try to play what I think he's playing, because I'm figuring out I was really wrong in some parts. This is going to be a lengthy video, but let's start right into it. So I'm playing a real kind of a parts caster that I've made. Thanks to Matthew Patton, Matt Patton from Matt's Big Dream for this guitar. He had it all really nicely decaled up for me and gave it to me as a present. I have since done a lot of work to it. It's become one of my main guitars for just knocking around. I played it on a lot of gigs. It has a really great Strat sound, but just put a new neck on it. And I'm playing in the second position. That's just what seems to sound right for me when I play this song. So of course it's going to start with that iconic, you know, it's his brother playing the rhythm, and it's kind of, yeah. And your first note you're going to hear is, that's what I seem to hear. It might be more not that, but I think that's what I've always heard. Now I'm playing with a pick. Mark does play with his fingers. I do play. My technique is sort of like his though. And then I play with the pick, and I play with these two fingers here. Mark maybe plays with all three of his fingers and his thumb. So I guess if he were to play it with, then what I've been doing is all the time is this. So what I'm doing, I'm playing a D minor chord, like you would an A minor there. Just playing it here. I'm sliding into it to this fourth string. So I got those two fingers there going, and Mark does use a lot of vibrato. So then I do a little sweep with the pick. Well, it turns out that's really, I don't think what he does. I think he does this. I think he does. I've always done. I thought it sounded bluesier, I guess. It's sort of what the spin I'd always put on it. But I think he actually does it. And if you do a plate with your fingers, I'm not as good as he is, but. Okay. One thing I recommend to young guitar players, if you've not developed the skill yet, I took a little bit of classical guitar and I learned how to, so that you don't always have to get that arpeggiated sound. Just work with it. Start with like a C or a G chord or whatever's a comfortable chord for you to play, and try doing it with your thumb and just try to get like I guess it's kind of stuff. You can start slow with it. Before long. So that's just a little picking technique that you can pick up. It doesn't take long, I swear. If you just practice it for about an hour, it'll get in your fingers, and there you go, you got it for the rest of your life. So let me listen to what he's doing here, and I'll get some more licks here for you. Shiver in the dark, it's raining in the park, and meantime. So he just does a. Then he goes back down here. Now me, I've doctored this up over the years as I was playing. For some reason, I guess I just started throwing stuff in that I liked. I would get a shiver in the dark, it's a raining in the park, in the meantime. And I go, I don't know why I started doing that, but I've looked back on old recordings of me playing, and why do I throw that in there? I do not know. Shiver in the park, it's a raining in the park. Which is going into just a minor little slide in here on the, yeah, you can see what I'm doing there. I'm not gonna try to over-explain this. Anyway, but Mark, it sounds like all he does is, our next part would be, so the river, you stop and you hold everything. Now, what he does is this, I think. So he's just sliding down. Slide down to like a little A triad there. And what I've been doing, I guess, is this. But I think I've been leaving this note out, and I think it sounds better with that. Harder to do with the pick. That's what I think he does. Cool. Band is going to F chord here, like played like a C. Band is blowing Dixie, double for a time. Maybe that's what I play. Band is blowing Dixie, double for a time. Now that may not be what he plays at all. Let's hear what he plays. I think what Mark does is this. He's doing a lot of little chicken picking type stuff here. And he was one of the first people that I noticed doing a lot of that. So just those two notes really. I'm not even playing this bottom note. And here I am, I've always been playing. I've been playing the whole chord. That's what I've always played. Then I throw these little notes at the bottom just to, you just gotta be the only guitar player in the band. I'm sort of like trying to play something like rhythm and lead at the same time. So I throw some extra stuff in, I guess, just to fill up the holes. So, band is blowing Dixie, double for a time. You feel alright when you hear the music ring. So I think Mark does this. Me, I've been doing this. Totally different in a way. Same notes, sort of. Fingers again. You know, a lot of people think these little licks are easy, but to execute them the way he does, with the tone and the I'm going to try to say the finesse that he does, it is not easy to do. Here again, this next lick, where you step inside, but you don't see too many faces. So how he pulls this off, I don't know either. What I've always played is this. Step inside, but you don't see too many faces. So what I'm doing, which I think is wrong, so you see what I'm doing here? That's part of a D minor chord. This is an A. We're going from an A to a D minor. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing there. Come in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Now this is a lick, that part. Come in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Now this lick can be played several different ways. I think it's easier to play it. It's kind of a stretch here. I know that's a long stretch, but you don't have to play it all at once. Mark he might do this. Let's see. Oh, I do. I do this. And it goes pretty easy. See too many faces. Come in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. I know this could be played here. But I'll tell you the reason I've never played it this way, and this may be where he plays it. It sounds forward out played down here, but I like it here because I've got the F. You have to go straight into the F chord. And here again, usually it's me playing rhythm and lead. So I could go back into that cool F there where you can do little hammer-ons and stuff like a C. Coming in out of the rain, they hear the jazz go down. Okay, now, is Mark playing a minor seventh? Or the minor? I always thought that the first time he plays the whole minor, like, then the second time the minor seventh. So I've always played the full minor chord in this pull off here to the C. Then the second time, it's like a minor seventh, a D minor seventh, or really like an F or a D minor seventh. I bet the horns, they're playing that sound. That's what I've always done. But it sounds like there's another note in there, man. You know, I think it's still these same notes. But he might be doing it this way. Does that sound more like him? Throwing the pick away. That's what I've always done. So a lot of what I'm doing here is just around that pentatonic. Check out Guitar George. He knows all the chords. That's what I've always done. Mark does a lot of, he can do it with his first finger, which I've never gotten tremolo over a chord with my first finger. Well, take a skill to get there. Strictly rhythm, he doesn't want to make it cry or sing. I love this lick here. Mind is strictly rhythm, doesn't want to make you cry or sing. And I've always ended it with a I don't know why I put these little extra things in, but so mind is strictly rhythm. when he makes it fast, or what is it? Yeah, but then he throws that little lick in. So Harry doesn't mind if he doesn't make the scene. It's something like that. He's got a daytime job. He's doing all right. He's got a daytime job. He's doing all right. I love that little lick. That's such a cool lick. And me with this my country playing, Mark might be doing a hammer on or something, or a slide into something. I have no idea. I wonder what it sounds like I play with my fingers. Totally changes the nature of it. Got a daytime job, he's doing all right. I like that. I can just make myself do that. He can play the honky tonk like anything. Saving it up for Friday night. All he does is that. I've been doing hammer-ons on it. Which you could do, but that's not what he does. So with his finger playing, he'd be. With the Sultans, Sultans of swing. Then a crowd of young boys is fooling around in a corner. Drunk and dressed in their best brown baggies and their platform soles. Mark does sliding around stuff in there that I haven't been doing. I'm just playing the notes. They don't give a damn. That might be what he's doing. It ain't what they call rock and roll. Sample. It's like the opening lick. Okay, Sultans play Creole. We're going to the first solo. I'm gonna show you what I do. Okay. So a little bit, I'll unpack a little bit of it at a time. So I start right here on like the D minor pentatonic. Oh. Then I do harmonics here on these two strings and then these two. Just like a D minor chord arpeggiated. We play it all together. Now, for me to play that slow, it's kind of difficult. I'm used to playing it at speed, so I'm having to think about it, and usually be more like this. So yeah, so the first lick is just a, and I've been doing this is with me. So it's funny as a teenager learning this stuff, and I will say this, okay, doing this song and learning this song, going through all these licks will make you understand arpeggios and chord, or playing around a chord better. And I am sorry that I've forsaken this style. I've gone to like a pretty much a blues, pentatonic, mixed pentatonic type thing with a lot of improvisation. This song will put some discipline in your fingers, because you're really going to be playing around chords. That's what Knopfler does. And it's, you know, when you're playing in a guitar store and you start playing this, it sounds different than a lot of people just jamming, you know, and it catches people's ear and eye, I guess, because it's so different. So I think Knopfler's style, what was kind of setting him apart really big time, is that he modernized a very old style of playing lead guitar, which was to play off the chords. But he did a lot of bends, he used cool strat tones, it was very rock driven. And you listen to a lot of the other songs, not just Sultans of Swing. You know, some of my favorite ones are, let's see, let's go down to the borderline, or waterline, what's it's called. Once Upon a Time in the West. Awesome. Of course, you know, you got a lot of the stuff is acoustic and all too. God, what was some of the other songs that really impressed me? I learned Lady Rider also. I learned a bunch of stuff off of him, and then I sort of, I guess, really got in bands that didn't, you know, I was never going to be in a band that played that style, but if I'd followed his method, I think I would have known more about the neck of the guitar. I'm realizing how almost scholarly some of his licks are. I mean, they almost, they just play around a lot of, I would think, theory on the neck of the guitar. He's seeing chords and he's playing notes. He probably started playing little leads off of chords like C and A and E and G, and finding little notes and stuff. And then when he moved up and down the neck, he played the same sorts of things. So that's what I'm hearing a lot in his playing. Okay, so come back into the main part of the songs. Then the man steps right up to the microphone. Now, I've always done this, which I always thought was really cool. He may play more of the chord than that. Very cool. It's like an A. Love that. Then the man steps right up to the microphone. He says at last, just as a time. He says at last, just as the time bell rings. I always play just a big A chord here. And if I've got a tremolo on my guitar, I'd usually do a little bit of a ring there. I don't on this one. Good night, now it's time to go home. And that's where it does come in nice to put your B flat, your whole B flat chord in there, like you're playing an F. I'm seeing a lot of the reasons why he voices his chords away with the way he plays with his fingers. Now you notice I didn't try to go over and try to play the first solo the way he did. I'm not going to do that with the second one either. To try to break that solo down, I could spend 3 hours trying to break it down the way he plays it. I'll show you again how I play it. And so the last solo, we are the Sultans of Swing. And I always do this. So the pull-offs are. And I do this. See. And I do this. It's almost like a hammer-on. It happens so fast. I don't even play maybe one note with the pick. Right. So you see I'm doing it all with the pick and this finger here, right? Then this one, which is a cool lick. I love that little dramatic note there. I always love that. And that leads into the next thing. So let's go back over that again before we go into the little iconic thing at the very end there. So. So the little iconic part here, I play it with the pick twice, or those two things. And I play that with my middle finger. And keep repeating it. So slowly. Folks, this may have been an exercise in futility, but I promised this person I would do this. I hope you've gotten something from it. Maybe it's getting, maybe, if nothing else, how does a flat picker who can use two fingers pull off Sultans of Swing? Because I've done it for years. I've never had anyone come up to me and say, oh, you suck at Sultans of Swing. Most people say, hey, pretty good job. Nice job, man. So I wish I were better at it. Hopefully I've gone through all of the licks and the leads. And I've done it in such a way and in such a slow way that you could get a good look at what I do. To sit and watch Mark Knopfler. Here's the thing. If you watch Mark Knopfler do it, he never does it the same way. Watch him do it live. You'll see he's just throwing stuff in left and right. He throws the kitchen sink into it now. He's all over the place. He's just a tremendous monster guitar player and musician. So peace to all who watch. Thank you for indulging me. It's a hard song to play. Don't give me too many thumbs down. Thanks.